What's going on? My name is Connor, and today we are going to be looking at what happened to Benjamin Netanyahu. Is he dead? Is he alive? What's happening? So on Twitter recently, I'm sure a lot of you have seen, even on Instagram, that there's a lot of talk about Benjamin Netanyahu being dead. They're saying that the Israeli government is deep faking all of his videos. And he has recently posted. We'll be taking a look at the 4 most recent videos in this video. So yeah, I mean, let's not waste any time. Let's just get into it. This is the first video he posted on the 13th of March, 2026. Yeah, let's just dive into it. All videos will be linked in the description below. Yeah, it was that quick. That quick. That was evidence. If you didn't catch it, I don't blame you. I did not catch it the first time either. So let's go frame by frame. Right there. Some people see a 6th finger on his right hand. This is easily disproven. This claim. You can easily flex your finger or your hand in this position and feel that there is a muscle right here. I don't know exactly what it's called. But in this video, I'm sure he has his hand in that position. It's flexed naturally. I don't have to try and flex that muscle. And it's just protruding a little bit. So I don't see anything in this video. There were 2 more claims that his teeth were disappearing and that his thumbs were getting longer. The latter of those claims, I saw no evidence of his thumbs getting longer. I didn't even see people trying to fake the evidence that his thumbs were getting longer. Now, the first claim that the teeth were disappearing, there were some videos going around showing that when he closed his mouth, sometimes some of the teeth towards the back of his mouth were disappearing. But most of those videos that I saw where his teeth were disappearing, it was mostly just because his lips were covering his teeth, or there was just not enough lighting. His mouth wasn't open wide enough for you to see the actual teeth. So yeah, I think this first video is nothing major. I do think that the next 2 videos are, I can see why, some people may believe that the government is faking them with AI. Okay, so this video was posted 20 hours ago as a recording. Let's go to the beginning here. See, he's outside, walking around, chatting it up. Right here, you can see that he has a ring on his ring finger. And you can see it more clearly later on in the video as well. Just in a couple of seconds here. I really need to give myself more time, huh? But you see the ring. It's pretty clear. Can't argue. There is a ring on his finger. Boom. Right there. Only a couple frames. But for those couple of frames, there is no longer a ring on his finger. Not a good look. And then a couple of frames later, the ring is back. I think I zoomed in on it there for a second. It's kind of hard to see, but the ring is there. Again. So what happened for those couple of frames? What I suspect it to be is that they are actually using AI to some extent in these videos. I don't doubt that. But I do not think that it is a deep fake video by the government to try and cover up a death. In this case, I think they're using some AI filter. The ring, in this case, what I think happened is that the ring may have caught the sun, and that caused the ring to shine really bright for a couple seconds, and the AI filter just removed the ring. It tried to remove the bright spot. That's all I have for this one. I don't really have any way to debunk that this video was or was not AI. just going off my experience as a photographer on the side, I do it as a hobby. There is software that will remove bright spots, and I suspect that's what happened here. But that is giving him benefit of the doubt. This is one instance. We do have to keep that in mind, where something fishy did happen. This video is 1 minute and 30 seconds long. I'm gonna let it play out at 8 times speed here. Nothing else happened throughout the video. Okay, and this was the one that went viral. This video was posted on the 15th and has 74 million views on Twitter. This was very viral. This was actually the second video he posted. The last one was the third video. And this one is the strongest in evidence that he has posted so far. There's a lot of stuff in here that may lead people to think that it is AI, along with some other things that we'll get to in a second. But let's go ahead and let the video play. He's at a coffee shop, pretty common thing for politicians to do. And you can see that cup is pretty full. There's a lot of coffee in that cup. And with the way he's tilting it and kind of squeezing the cup, you would expect some to spill out. See, he took a sip there. Now, what do I think of this? This is what I think went viral from this video. I've seen a lot of AI generated content based off of this, of someone like Donald Trump or Putin, you know, taking a big old sip from this cup here in the same cafe. But here, I think there's too much information seen afterwards about the sip that leads me to believe that this is just too much for your current AI to handle, especially with how sloppy some people may consider their last videos to be. I don't think their level of detail will go this deep. So my first point here is that, as you can see, he took a sip from that side of the cup, and the milk inside of the coffee is going towards that sip. That's the first thing. The second thing is that the rim of the cup is also brown, where he took the sip, and it is white everywhere else. But there is one more spot that is brown, and that is right here, towards the front of the cup. Why is it brown there? Because earlier in the video, you can see it almost spilled over. It's the same spot, pretty much right above the A, is where he's tilting it towards. And going later on in the video, you can see pretty much right above the A that it almost spilled over. So I think that's just too much detail for AI to handle currently. I think that the rest of the video definitely could have been faked, but this right here, too much for the AI to handle. I did see those memes, like I mentioned earlier, of Donald Trump taking a sip out of the cup at the cafe. And in those videos, you don't get this. You just get the same cup, you know, the very white rim, all the liquid inside the cup. And also, another thing I saw going around is that the level of the coffee in the cup is the same. It didn't go down. People are saying he took a way bigger sip than that. I don't think so. I think he just took a fake sip or a very small sip of the coffee. You see this happen a lot when people are on TV and they have to drink something. They just don't drink it. I don't know. People just don't like drinking on camera. And I think that's what happened here. I think it's nothing. Let the video play out a bit more.
אנחנו עושים דברים שאני לא יכול לשתף ברגע זה, אבל עושים דברים מכים באיראן חזק מאוד, גם ביום הזה, גם בלבנון, ממשיכים. אתם אומרים לי להמשיך? אני אומר לכולכם, גם אתם תמשיכו. תמשיכו להישמע להוראות פיקוד העורף, כל הזמן, להישמע להוראות פיקוד העורף, וגם לראשי הערים, להיות תמיד ליד מרחב מוגן. ואנחנו נקל ככל שהדבר ניתן. ותודה לך על הקפה.
Okay, so the second piece of evidence that a lot of people are posting about this is that there are four things in this photo actually. One is going to be this register display. The second is going to be the grommet on her apron. The third is going to be her earring. And the fourth is going to be the security dude behind her. Okay, so here we're on their official Instagram page. See, they have 20,000 followers. I did see some talk that this was a fake Instagram. I highly doubt it. They have 83 posts, and it dates all the way back to June 18th, 2025. You know, and if the government is going that far to fake a coffee shop for him to prove that he's not dead, you know, shout out to them. I just don't think that's the case. This is a real coffee shop. It is on Google. You can look it up yourself. I think they have around 400 reviews as of a couple of hours ago when I checked. This is a real coffee shop. But here you can see 1 day ago, this got 21,000 likes, which is about equal to their follower count. But you can see this is an AI generated video dated 2024. It's old and the video is AI generated. How much were you paid for this AI nonsense? So you'll see a lot of people are calling this AI and they are believing that this is AI. So we'll take a look at this post right here, 13 hours ago. I think this gives the clearest angles of what's happening. This is what a lot of people are reposting about this video. So here you can see the grommet, you can see the earring, and you can see the dude in the back. So here, the grommet, it's a little bit dark, and we'll switch to a different angle here. It's a bit dark, but you can see the shape of the grommet. It kind of, you know, comes out on the outside here. Once again, it gets really dark on that right side, so you may not be able to see this clearly. You can see that she is wearing a single earring, and you can see the dude in the back is wearing a white shirt, and he has a plaid sort of pattern going on his shirt. So switching to the next image here, you can see the grommet. It does get brighter, and some people are saying that it changed. But as I mentioned earlier, I do photography on the side, and if you put more light onto something, the more detail is going to come through. And on the topic of lighting, here you can see that there's a lot more lighting on this dude in the background here. And you can see some shadows actually on his shirt. And in those shadows, the shirt is gray. Look at this collar on his left side here. It's gray. There's no pattern on that collar. You take a look at this photo, he's in the shadows. There's a lot less light on him here. Not only that, but there's a lot more light on the main subject of this photo. Less light equals less detail, hence why you can't see the plaid texture on his shirt anymore. The third and final piece of evidence people are posting about this is that here she's wearing one earring, here she's wearing two. This is just a perspective thing, right? Here, she's looking, you know, straight on. Her head is tilted or, you know, angled towards the camera a bit more. Versus here, her head is tilted to the side. You can see her ear a lot more clearly. And she's also looking away from the camera. So, of course, that big earring in the front, which is a lot larger than that earring in the back, is going to cover the earring that's in the back. It's a lot smaller. Now, what really kind of made me want to make this video is that there has been faked evidence about this video that has been posted, and a lot of people are running with it. And it's blatantly photoshopped. So here you can see that earlier comment that was on this Instagram post of dated 2024. And this is what he's referring to. This screenshot or frame has been posted a lot. And you can see here, it says something like 10. You can't even read the middle part. And then maybe that's a 2024. Okay. You know, if I'm looking at this very quickly, just scrolling through, I may be like, yeah, that says 2024 without a doubt. The thing is though, is that this video or this frame is photoshopped. I don't even think it's photoshopped. I think someone AI generated this on here. And that's mainly because of the way that this middle text is presented. These aren't even real numbers. I mean, you can't even read that. So here, what I pulled up is the real video in DaVinci Resolve. I'm moving my marker, but that's fine. As you can see, this is the video. It's not edited in any form. I did zoom in here on the display. That's on the register. See, he lifts the cup up and it cuts over. Boom. Right there. Right here. This is the actual frame of the video that's not photoshopped. Let's zoom in a bit here. You can see that it says 15/03/2026, which is the day that this video was posted. Everything else in the photo is pretty much the same. LL shop, 14:59, so about 3 o'clock. LL shop, 14:59. This is also part of the reason I think it's AI generated, is because all this other text somehow also changed, which someone who did Photoshop it would have just touched the 6. I doubt they changed the rest of the numbers. Maybe they do, but they would have made it so that you can read them. Here, generally when something gets a lot more blurry, and the numbers aren't even as clear, I automatically assume that it's AI. It's just AI is not good at generating text onto videos. And that's the case here. It just did not do a good job at generating the text on the video. So once again, could this be AI? Sure. Do I think they use AI in this video? Hard to say. It really is. Maybe someone in post used a little bit of AI to change the lighting or something. I know there's a couple of softwares out there. I think like Luminar for photos. They do AI based editing software where you can edit in post. And maybe they did some of that. But I don't see anything that's clearly AI in this video. And the only thing AI that I did notice that came out of this was this fake screenshot. This is bad. This is bad. A lot of people are running with this claim. But yeah, this is bad misinformation. Yeah, don't believe the screenshot. This is fake. On to the next one. This is his most recent video. It was posted 12 hours ago as of recording this video. And this is on his second account, Israeli PM, on Twitter. Not his main account. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Out of all the videos that we see today, this one, it's in 2x speed, by the way. This has no AI in it. The only thing people are pointing out is that the flags in the background look a little off, but I think they're just made of a different texture. They're not that real heavy, what I'm gonna assume is cotton flags that the U.S. uses, that you see behind Donald Trump or any person talking to the press. They're not those real heavyweight. They look kind of light. Maybe they're green screen. I doubt it. Even if they are, I think it's inconsequential to the video. I'm sure that as he's in a war, he wants to be moving around a lot. He's not going to be at his main set, that he may have in his, next to his office or something. So once again, I think it's inconsequential. Yeah, that about does it. My overall take on this is that Could there be AI used in these videos? Yes. Do I think that he is deep faking himself and that he is dead? No. As with most memes on the internet, I do think there's some truth to what people are saying, but it's greatly exaggerated. About, I think, 2 years ago now, and in 2024, people were saying Joe Biden was dead, and that he had deep faked videos of him talking to the media. And it came out 2 weeks later, okay, he's not dead. This is what I'm assuming that this is. In that case, Joe Biden was sick. Something did happen to him, but he's not dead. And in this case, like I said, did something happen to him? Maybe he's sick. Maybe he can't appear in public as he would like to. But he's not dead. Yeah, overall, that's my take. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is my first video. I won't ask for subscribing or nothing like that. If you want to leave a comment, let me know how I did. That would be appreciated. I'm not going to be some type of conspiracy debunker. I do plan to cover just general internet stuff happening. Think of like a Charlie Atrioc, whoever else does it, sort of combination is what I'm going for here. But yeah, let me know. Yeah, that's about it. Peace out.